How does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? Conventions are vital components of a film, and the choices we make in the following or challenging them determine whether we make or break our product. Conventions are the sometimes unwritten rules which make a certain genre distinct and recognizable to audiences. One simple or slight variation in any tropes or conventions could drastically alter the mood conveyed to the audience or send the wrong message, which may turn out in your favor, as in the case of an unscripted Joker scene from The Dark Knight, which subverts general film conventions of sticking to the script. Zoolander had an unscripted scene regarding the lack of intelligence of male models, which challenges gender stereotypes such as the dumb female model. However, sometimes making the wrong choice regarding film conventions can also be disastrous. Conventions establish the genre to the viewer. It is a form of communicating your product without explicitly stating the genre of your film opening. This means that if audience members have trouble identifying the film opening genre or the message conveyed is generally too vague, not a lot of conventions are addressed. This can be a problem as nothing captures the audience's attention or connects them to the product. Therefore, we are aware of this importance of conventions in showing and not telling. Our product challenges some conventions and ascribes to some based on how certain tropes convey meanings. In terms of editing, the film opening uses film conventions extensively. The post-apocalyptic action genre is identified through the use of quick, abrupt cuts, preceded by a significantly longer take for the establishing shot. This is shown in our film. Our film challenges conventions such as the mixture of ethnicities in our cast and the different genders. One of our main actors was a girl, which challenges sexism, as she was holding a katana and was doing things just as violent as the boys. Colouring was also somewhat conventional, as post-apocalyptic action movies often use high-key lighting along with a vibrant, saturated colour palette to convey a sense of dynamic energy. Although it can be argued with the vivacious colouring challenges, post-apocalyptic conventions, as it also common for movies in the genre, to use low-key, cool-tone colours to establish a grim, sombre mood and indicate a sense of foreboding danger. Other components of mise-en-scène have been considered in detail, especially props. Since our film opening has no dialogue, a few close-up shots, NVC is lacking. The focus of our film opening was not to establish a character-viewer relationship, but rather stimulate the audience member visually, which was accomplished predominantly through the mise-en-scène. In order to compensate for the lack of NVC, we placed a heavy emphasis on props, as a way to switch the focus to visual imagery. Props such as heavy vehicles are distinguishably used in our film opening. The focus on visual components through the heavy use of props is rather conventional for an action movie. However, post-apocalyptic movies often tend to have a deeper insight into the main characters by developing a complex backstory to allow the audience to sympathize with them. Sound is particularly conventional due to copyright issues and our lack of original music. We had to resort to royalty-free music, which is usually generic and lackluster. However, after thoroughly exploring several websites, we used some soundtrack clips that are more unique and interesting in our respective opinions. Taking into account that a film's soundtrack can be used to convey mood and drive action, we opted for a fast-paced score to build up suspense and stimulate the listener in compliance with an action movie soundtrack conventions, since our film opening is epic music. Finally, camera work makes up a vital component of film conventions. A variety of good shots were used in our film opening, including establishing shots, close-ups, medium close-ups, long shots, low-angle shots, high-angle shots, point-of-view shots, over-the-shoulder shots, with a range of movements, such as a handheld pan shots. In this sense, we follow the conventions of more contemporary post-apocalyptic action movies. Mad Max Fury Road 2015. Being our primary source of inspiration, the handheld element is particularly modern, often found within the found footage subgenre of horror that is also noted in some action movies. The shaky, unstable quality denotes to the viewer in an erratic atmosphere, usually to symbolize a certain character's dread or fear.